Hi, welcome to the Bitcoin crypto info update. I'm Aaron. Today's April 13th. Yes. I want to talk today about the Pillar wallet and Pillar token in general. If you're not familiar with it, it's a rather interesting project. The Pillar token ICO'd about 2 years ago when the ICO craze was going on. As the crypto market has come back and really just dropped down, it tanked, a lot of these tokens that came out during the ICO craze have, they've really gone down to rock bottom. They appear to actually be going away. Some of them have actually probably gone away by now. So you have a lot of failed projects. Pillar appears to be surviving this. Pillar has held on. They are continuing to steady the ship forward. Before I go any further, I will disclose, now I've invested in Pillar. It's one of my tokens that I hold. It's one of my preferred tokens, actually. It's possible I have somewhat of a bias for that, but, I have other tokens I hold that I'm not talking about right now because I don't feel real confident in them. Populous token, for example. I was very happy with it, and then it just seemed to fall apart. Their CEO stepped down, things like that. That's a big red flag. So I'm not interested in promoting that token, for example, even though I still hold a little bit of that. But Pillar is an interesting project in general. So the main function of Pillar is that it's a wallet. It's a storage wallet. So now the token of their platform is the Pillar token. So you can buy their token. What's interesting about the Pillar token to me, the Pillar project, is that out of all the companies that are coming out as different ICOs with these big visions of what they can do, most people don't understand what they're talking about. It's confusing how they're going to do this, they're going to do that, they're going to speed things up, a lot of technical terms that are hard to understand. So Pillar has released a product. They have a functioning product right now that you can go and get. It's free. They have a free wallet. You can get onto the Apple Store or the Android. If you have Android, you can get onto the Google Play Store. And they have an app. They have a digital wallet. It's the Pillar wallet. You download the wallet, which I have. I actually was in on the beta testing. I was one of the first wallet holders. So once you have the wallet, it's similar to any other wallet in the sense of, you can hold your tokens there. Now, you can't hold all tokens there yet. Litecoin is one of the big ones that they don't yet have storage for Litecoin. They will with time. But they have most of your ERC20 tokens, meaning tokens that are built on the Ethereum platform, which Pillar is one of them. So you can use it for storage. And what's really good about it compared to, let's say, Coinbase. Coinbase platform, it is not decentralized. So when you have your tokens on Coinbase, they have control over them. Ultimate control. It's kind of like a bank. The bank, just a regular bank in the real world, banks control your money. You put it there, you have some control, but really, if they tell you can't get your money one day, you can't get your money. If they tell you that they're not open, they're not open. If they tell you they got a freeze on your check, they do it. Whatever rules they put out, you have to abide by them. You don't get a choice. They control it. It's centralized. So Coinbase does a similar thing where they are actually centralized. So they hold tokens. You buy tokens from Coinbase. You hold them there. Most people don't take their tokens off of Coinbase. They keep them in the wallet on Coinbase. So what happens is Coinbase doesn't really have to go and buy those tokens. When you buy them from Coinbase, they'll credit that token in your wallet on their platform. They'll show in your wallet, okay, you bought free Litecoin. So you go to your Litecoin wallet on Coinbase, you got free Litecoins there. So they don't have to actually go and purchase those. They can just, in your wallet, say that you got 3 of them because they have control over it. What they do is they practice basically fractional reserve banking, which is what all the normal banks do. It's legal. So they have a fraction of the reserves of what everybody is buying on there. It's terrible. It's terrible, and they all do it. So the beauty of the Pillar wallet is that it's decentralized. They do not have control over it. You control your own wallet. That alone is worth taking a look at. It's a free app on top of it. You know, you can go and you can get the wallet. And you can start shifting. What I've done is I've got it, and then I've started shifting any of my tokens that I can to the Pillar wallet. It's much safer. Where if anything were to ever happen with Coinbase, they will lock up all the tokens that you have on there. We've already had this happen with the Mt. Gox fiasco. For any of you that are familiar with that, it's kind of an older story now in the crypto world. A handful of years ago, before Coinbase, before Kraken and Bittrex and Binance and Poloniex, you know, Gemini, before all these, you had Mt. Gox. So people who were buying Bitcoin back then had to do it through a platform called Mt. Gox. So Mt. Gox held everybody's Bitcoin. They only have Bitcoin, I believe. They held everybody's Bitcoin. And one day Mt. Gox went down. For whatever reason, doesn't even matter, but they did. They went down. Maybe they were doing some nefarious trading. They were maybe not up to date with their legalities. Maybe there were some issues with different legalities, governmental legalities. You know, they're kind of potentially international. It's, you know, there's a lot of moving parts in the crypto realm for any one country to try to govern. It's an international platform. Cryptos in general are very international. So Mt. Gox went down and everybody's cryptos got held up. They've been there ever since. It's been years. If you had Bitcoin and Mt. Gox, you still haven't got it. You are in part of a class action lawsuit, and who knows? Who knows what will happen? Maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't. Whatever you get, you're going to get a fraction of the value because you're going to get paid off in the value of what you held then, I think is what they're doing, opposed to the value. So if you had, say, 10 Bitcoin, the value of Bitcoin then was nothing compared to now. So they're not paying out the future value. Maybe I'm off a little bit by that. Maybe they're giving out the actual whole Bitcoins. You know, you don't want to be in this kind of situation, though. So this is the beauty of storing cryptos in an offline or a decentralized manner. Now, you can do offline storage too, cold storage. But, you know, it's really simple to get a wallet like Pillar and just have your cryptos under your own control. Now, there's many other really cool features about the Pillar app. They're not only a storage. Now, that's their number one thing is that you can hold your cryptos there. Number two is that they're still in development. So they want to ultimately become this personal data storage locker type of a platform where you can store your own personal information instead of like when you have an account with Google or Yahoo email, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. You have to give them all of your information, crucial, sensitive information, more than you'd like to give. And then you can get an account with them. And then they hold your information. They have it. Now they have your information. And they don't let it go. It's not what they do at all, ever. So they, in the Pillar community, what they're envisioning is the ability to hold your sensitive information in this data locker through their platform that's decentralized, that only you will have control over. And then when you're going to go to sign up for different, Facebooks or whatever, YouTubes, if you need to do a form of verification, fair enough. So what you do is you're going to offer them access to your information that you have control over, but they don't get to hold it. This is a form, it's a way for them to sort of verify who you are because they have to know their customer. KYC, know your customer. But they don't get to hold on to your sensitive information. They don't then get to sell your sensitive information because what we're learning now is that it's very valuable. Our personal private data is very valuable. They take it all, they store it, they collect it, they analyze it, they sell it. They run advertising and marketing off of it. And that's what makes the world go around. So Pillar has this vision, this long-term vision. And on the way there, what they've got so far is they've got their wallet in place for storage. They have an online platform. So they have a chat. They have a chat function on their platform. So just like text messaging, if I have the app, you have the app, what we can do is we can message back and forth. However, different than text messaging, where Google is recording every word you send back and forth and storing it. On this one, it's end-to-end encrypted. It's awesome. End-to-end encrypted messaging platform that nobody is recording because it's decentralized. The only person, the only entity that could be recording any conversations via their messaging platform would be like the NSA eavesdropping in. And this just enters a whole different category of, control and stuff. So, but that's different than Google. It's different than Facebook. It's different than YouTube holding your information. The NSA is collecting all of our information. I would probably assume that's probably happening. Now, they're not taking it, though, and selling it and marketing and advertising. Still very much an infringement on our personal information, though. Let's be honest. However, at least it's not just independent private corporations with whatever fine print rules they have in place. So they have a really cool messaging platform with end-to-end encryption. That's awesome. So then, newest feature they've added this year is they actually have an exchange there now too. So, which is really cool. Where do you get your tokens from? So here's another option of where to get tokens. You can, and what it is kind of a swap where you have to bring Ethereum as a base token, because they're an ERC20 token. So they work off the Ethereum platform. So what you do is you start off, you would start off, for example, on Coinbase, you buy Ether. You would then send your Ether as you would any other time. You send it over to your Pillar wallet. And now you have Ether on your Pillar wallet along with whatever other tokens you have on there. Then you click the function of, they have an exchange function, really simple. And you pick your token, and it's really streamlined compared to going to Binance, Bittrex, Polo, Kraken. These are all much more, a lot going on. So on the Pillar platform, it's really streamlined. It's a big push they're doing is very user friendly. Like grandma friendly, grandpa friendly, non-tech savvy friendly. Still not, there's still some challenges, so got to pay attention a little bit, but much easier than all the big exchanges. And you have the ability to exchange your Ethereum for a multitude of different tokens. And they got a couple different platforms that they're going through to be able to exchange. And I haven't tried every token, so I don't really know for sure what tokens are off limits, but you can go on there and you can buy Pillar, for example. So Pillar was a very hard token to buy initially. You could only buy it. You bought it through ICO if you knew about it, which I was fortunate enough. I got in at ICO level. But that took a whole unique process. It wasn't on an exchange yet to buy. It required a lot of, bunch of different moves you had to make. So now you can just buy the Pillar token on their Pillar, on the exchange, under their platform. You take Ether and you just exchange it for Pillar. You would then exchange it for Veritasium, exchange it for Populous token, exchange it for you name it. And it's a great way to get tokens. It's a great way. It's very cheap. It's almost free, okay? It's almost free. It's one of the big things they offer compared to, Coinbase. If you do enough transactions on Coinbase, you're not careful, you begin to realize that you're giving them a lot of money. Especially if you're trying to collect gains. If you're trying to buy and sell, little day trading, their fees will eat that up unless you're getting, clear, 8, 9, 10% profits per trade. You got to be careful. I've done it. I've failed at doing it. I've succeeded too, but you got to be careful. You got to pay attention. So, they're offering a almost free platform for exchanging tokens now. So they've got a lot to come in the future. It's interesting that what they're doing is they've maintained the drought. The crypto drought happened, the big craze in 2017, then we fell off. We've been down for a year, 2.5 years now, almost, probably 2 years. And a lot of the projects have dried up and went away. They are not one of them. They have made it somehow. So it's good to see that, you can sign up to their newsletter. They have a newsletter and they do weekly, or they do announcements regularly. And YouTube as well. They have a lot of videos on YouTube. They're doing regular updates, letting their community know that they're still here. Here's what we're doing. They did an annual roadmap. They just released the roadmap for 2020, which was pretty exciting, where they mention all their collaborations, the partners that they've met up with in 20. They do a review of 2019. Then they go into everything they've got planned for 2020. They do rough time frames. Time frames tend to change a little bit for all of them. Well, for example, we have this coronavirus right now. So I'm sure that's going to change a little something on the time frames in general. So they're an interesting platform. I prefer their token right now as one of the altcoins. They're pretty far down the list. They're not top 10, they're not top 50, they're not top 100. They fell down pretty heavily. They're really cheap right now, actually. I mean, they ICO'd for 10 cents a token. You can get Pillar tokens right now for under 2 cents a token. I think it's a phenomenal buy. Their all-time high was about $1.75, $1.75. You can get them for under 2 cents a token right now. Why would anybody not throw a little bit at that? Even couple $100 can produce a lot of tokens. So they're a very interesting project. I'll do more videos on them in the future. I try to cover them. They're one of my preferred projects. They're kind of helping to revolutionize the way we store information and finance in general, the way we hold finance, the way we store money, value. They're cutting edge. They're a breath of fresh air in the technical world and finance world, storage and data world. So, okay, guys, if you find value to the video, please subscribe. Share some comments if any of you also have Pillar, and let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think. So share in the comment section. I'd like to respond if I can. And thank you. Bye.